After he left, I spent 3 days inside, drawing symbols, listening for the hum to return. I didn't tell anyone, not out of fear, but because there was no one left who could understand. I kept it wrapped in cloth for 3 days. I placed it on stone near the eastern wall of my home, the only wall that still carried a trace of the glyphs. The object itself wasn't magical. It was a trigger, a memory anchor. It was a metal fragment, like a crescent moon, grooved like a gear, a fragment of a greater mechanism. I had seen it before, in dreams, in margins of scrolls. I traced the grooves, hummed tones until I felt the metal hum back, faintly, but enough. That was the beginning of my return. On the 4th night, I dreamt of a gate, not a door, not a building, a circular opening made of light and moving symbol bands, hovering in the space between worlds. In the dream, I held the fragment in my left hand and raised it. One of the bands shifted. A central glyph appeared, one I had never seen before. When I woke, it was imprinted in my chest. That's when my scrolls changed. The ink shimmered. My writing split into layers, tones inside symbols, meanings within meanings. I wrote the new glyphs in a script no ordinary scribe could read. Only those with a resonance match would ever find them. That's when I knew this wasn't just for me. I was encoding a map for someone I've never met. When I finally held it, the air changed. The wall began to hum. Not glow, just resonate, as if the object reminded it. The cycle is active again. The trigger wasn't in the object itself. It was in my recognition of it. When I let myself remember, the codes inside me activated. My dreams sharpened. My translations became layered. There were 3 meanings in every line. I began to remember why I had been left behind. Because now I was the one who knew how to read it. Someone had died. The piece had been passed to me, and my waiting was over. There were 12 fragments, each one carved in a different time, from different materials, metal, crystal, stone, and bone. Each one was encoded with a specific symbol frequency, not language, not technology, something deeper, resonance that opens memory through matter. And there were 12 memory keepers. But by the time the man came to me, I believe only 3 of us remained. I do not know where the others went. Some had died, some were still asleep, and others simply forgot. I didn't forget, because forgetting would have broken something in me I could never repair. The one who died, the one whose object was passed on to me, his name was Eleron. He had been one of the northern stewards. His temple was carved into ice, not stone. He was a brother to me in the old network. When I touched his fragment, I heard his voice again in my dreams. That was the activation. Not flashy, not electric, just a sudden flood of knowing, something that had been locked in my chest for lifetimes. It was his duty to keep it hidden. When the invasion came, not with armies, but with distortion, he knew he wouldn't survive, so he encoded it and passed it to his soul ally. She didn't carry the fragment itself, but she held its tone, its location, its permission to be remembered. I don't know how it crossed time, through hands, through forgetting. I only know this: when the man brought it to me and I touched it, something opened, as if I had been holding the key all along. If you're wondering what this was all for, why this fragment mattered, why Elrond died guarding it, this is what I was shown. When a key is held by a keeper, it grants access to a layer of the symbol field that is otherwise sealed. The symbols don't just appear, they come alive. They hum, they imprint, they restructure your energy field. The key doesn't unlock doors in the physical world. It aligns the Earth's memory grid. Each keeper was assigned a point, a temple, a gate, a node on the ancient map. When enough of us reactivated our points, the living pattern would return. The last time this happened was before the flood. We have not succeeded since.